we're starting off in just a little child's pose today. So toes together, sitting on your heels. Get that forehead down. We'll just start breathing here. Okay, take a moment to just let yourself slow down. Big inhales. Big exhales. Okay, I love starting out a practice in a child's pose because I really feel the difference when I start here. And I feel it especially, I think, in the low back. I feel that this is a great release here. The low back is kind of arching upward toward the ceiling, whereas normally it would be arching away from the ceiling. Okay, so neutralizing in the low back here, neutralizing in the back of the neck as well. Okay. Also, a really lovely massage and compression for all of the joints of your lower body. So we're getting compression in the hip flexing joints, okay? Compression in the knees, and nice little stretch on the tops of your feet and your ankles. Okay, and since we have this big, rounded, open space in the back body here, we can use this opportunity to breathe into all of that. Imagine the spaces between your shoulder blades, puffing open, and then softly closing up again. And this is a really nice moment here where we're grounded. We are committed to just being here in this moment, and we have nothing else to do. So we can really tune in to what's going on physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Check in with yourself the way you do with someone you really care about. Okay, lovingly, compassionately, observing what's going on. If you are a busy person today, you might notice some racing thoughts. Okay, your mind beckoning you about things that happened before this moment, or maybe enticing you with thoughts of what may happen after this moment. And that's okay to just notice those thoughts without getting caught up and taken for a ride. Bring your awareness back to what is happening now. Breathing in, breathing out. That's all that's happening. Letting your face get softer, soften the lips, soften the eyeballs. Okay, hopefully after just a few moments of just being still here with yourself, you notice the difference. Okay, so powerful, just being still and breathing and listening. So let's see if we could keep the awareness rooted in this moment. Okay, and it's okay if those thoughts drift. We just want to bring that awareness back to what's happening now in our practice over and over. And let's see if we could keep the long, slow breath. We'll start to add in some movement. Okay, keep it in your child's pose shape, super grounded. Okay, start to walk your hands out away from you so that you feel maybe some lengthening and opening up in your armpits. It should feel pleasant. And remember, there's a temptation when the hands walk out away from you. It's tempting to squeeze the shoulders up by your ears, but do your best to keep the shoulders away from your ears so that your neck feels very long on all sides. And then let's really ground into the fingertips here. Think of lifting your palms up, lifting your elbows up, and hopefully that's a lovely stretch into the upper body and the chest. Okay, let's play around with this. We're going to add some gentle twisting and moving. So take a big breath in here and lift your right hand up, and you're going to lift your head up. Watch your right hand reach up to the ceiling, just as high as you like. It could be high, it could be really low, but you're twisting and opening up that right side. Remember to keep your neck really long. And with your exhale, just bring it back down, okay? Let's try the other side. Keep the neck long. Inhale here, reach the left hand up, watch it as far as you want to watch it. And exhale, bring it down. Let's play around with this for a few breaths. Let's try it on the right. Big breath in, reaching up. Exhale, bring it down. On the left, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, bring it down. We can bring even more shoulder movement into this if we like, okay? Inhale here on the right, maybe making a big halo half circle shape over your head to where you're reaching to the back of your space. And exhale, bring it back around. On the left, try that big exaggerated shoulder movement. Inhale, big half circle over you. And exhale, bring it down. Let's do that maybe 2 more times, just however it feels right on either side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Okay, that was a long time for the lower body to be compressed into this child's pose. So let's decompress. Grab the mat with your hands, pull yourself up to your hands and knees, and I'll meet you in a little tabletop position. Let's get the right leg out behind. Okay, stretch it out. It should feel good after having that hip and the knee flexed for so long. We could circle out the ankle. I like to do circles one way, and circles the other way. And then let's point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. Okay, give it a nice flex here, a dorsiflexion, where the toes are pointing down at the ground. And we're really internally rotating that hip, okay? And we're gonna drop those toes to the ground and push back through the heel a little bit. It's a nice little calf stretch in the back of that right leg. So a little bit of a challenge here for your core, maybe for your upper body. Let's see if we could really push back through the right heel, okay? And lift the left knee off the floor. It's a little challenging, so if you need to drop it, you can, but hover, maybe dropping it down every now and then for 3 more breaths. Okay, building some heat. If you like the challenge, you can tuck the knee really high, 2 more breaths. Okay, finding your challenge for this last breath. Very nice. Set the left knee down, okay? We're spinning on that left knee. We're gonna spin the left toes to point out to the left, and we're gonna drop the right heel, okay? So we're setting ourselves up perfectly to reach up with the right hand for a supported side plank. So take your time coming into this little position. We have tons of time. So ideally, you take a little time to set up your foundation, right? We want to be really careful to be very supported. So make sure the left hand is under your left shoulder. The left arm makes a nice little column. Same thing with the right, the left knee under the left hip, a very vertical column, very supportive. Okay, the right foot is on the floor. And if you press down into the outer edge of the right foot, almost thinking of lifting your arch a little bit, it's a really lovely stretch around the outside of your ankle. Okay, spread your right fingers really wide and think of making your arms reach away from each other here, a big stretch across your chest. We're gonna circle out this right shoulder with a big movement of that right hand. Okay, keep breathing, waking up this shoulder joint. I like to spread my fingers really wide here so I almost get a stretch across the palm, okay? Let's rewind the circle. This time I want you to push out through your palm, like you're trying to push something away, getting a stretch across your wrist and your forearm. Okay, next time that right hand reaches over your head, okay, it's gonna make a big shape. You're gonna reach over toward the front of your spot, your space over your head. We're just gonna breathe here, okay? Maybe you close your eyes, you look whatever direction your nose wants to point. I want you to make your longest neck here, pull your belly button in towards your spine, and just enjoy the stretch. Okay, across the right side. So the more you reach the right hand and foot away from each other, the bigger and more stretchy your stretch will be. So make sure that feels nice for you. Okay, and if you want a little bit of a challenge here, we can challenge ourselves again to lift that left knee up off the floor. Again, maybe you put it down every now and then. Maybe you skip this part, but we're gonna breathe here for 3 breaths. Okay, make sure the left shoulder is still over the left hand. 2 breaths. Last breath. Okay, if your left knee was hovering, set it down. We're spinning back down to hands and knees here. Right hand down, right knee down. You know, this would be a really nice time to stretch out the wrists, okay? So go ahead and flip your palms over. The palms flip up. The top of the hand is pointing, the top of the hand is on the floor. And you could do 1 palm at a time or 2. And I like to roll around on them. Okay, our poor wrists, I feel like we use them and we abuse them and we kind of neglect stretching them out and caring for them. So give them some love here. Once you've done the top of the hand, let's do the other side. Flip the palm down. Fingers are pointing back at you, okay? And I like to peel them up and then carefully roll them back down. Should always feel good, never bad, okay? We never want to feel bad on the mat. Okay, bring your hands back to normal. Let's mix it up for a moment before we do the other side. Tuck your toes, lift your hips and your knees. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hands and take a little folding moment here. Okay, with a really generous bend in your knees, it's easy to hang your heart close to your knees. And I'd like you to bend your knees so generously and hang yourself so heavily in the upper body that your fingers easily touch the floor. If you're way up here, we could risk a spinal injury. So let's not do that. Let's get down low. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Ooh, let your face be floppy. So we're gonna get a little stretch in the backs of the legs here and a great, lovely stretch across the back of the spine. Okay, as you're ready, square off your feet so they're parallel with each other underneath your hips. And we're gonna roll up. So press down into those heels. Start to roll and stack yourself up to standing. Okay, stretching open the front of your body. Think of contracting all the muscles in the back of your body. Maybe lifting that heart 1 centimeter higher than it was before. And with your exhale here, we're gonna roll it all the way back down, nice and simple. Let's do that 2 more times. It feels good. Maybe with your eyes closed, okay? Inhale, roll it up. Pushing it down into those heels, lifting that heart, maybe reaching up and looking up. Exhale, hinge it all the way back down. 1 more, yogis. Bring it up. Expanding that heart up and open. And roll it down. Okay, once you land, let's get those palms back on the floor. Walk the feet all the way back. I'll meet you on hands and knees. Let's do the other side. So let's get the left leg out behind this time. Okay, circle the ankle, get all those cracks and popples out. Circle it the other way a few times. And then point, flex, okay? Give it a nice little flex here. So the toes point down, okay? And drop into the floor. Push through the heel. Feels really nice in the calf. Okay, so remember, you could skip this little core challenge that I'm about to serve up. So let's see, what if we lift the right knee in toward the chest? Skip it, take a break if you need to, or hold it for 3 breaths. If you like the challenge, tuck that knee up and in, 2 breaths. Okay, 1 more breath here, stay with the challenge. See if we could set this knee down really carefully. So set the right knee down as you're ready. We're gonna spin on that right knee, point the right toes to the right, and we're gonna drop the left heel to the ground, okay? We're perfectly set up. Go ahead and reach the left arm up, supported side plank, okay? I will spin around now to face you, but we are in the same place. Okay, take your time, you have tons of time. So let's check in with our foundation. Our supporting columns need to be vertical. So the right arm straight up and down, the right knee under the hip, straight in the thigh bone, the femur, okay? And then we start to press down the outer edge of the left foot. So really press down the outside of the foot, almost lifting the arch. Great stretch across your ankle. We want to think of reaching the arms away from each other with a long neck and a protected low back. So your low belly is always pulling inward to keep the low back very safe, like a belt almost. Okay, let's spread the left fingers wide and start to circle out this left shoulder. Maybe closing your eyes here. Okay, we don't really need any visual input right now, so you might as well rest those eyes. Okay, I try really hard to lead my yoga time with you guys so that if you wanted to do it with your eyes closed, you could. Because goodness knows you stare at screens enough, right? Let's reverse this left shoulder circle. This time I want you to push through the palm, like you're pushing out through it and you're stretching open the wrist and the forearm. Remember to breathe, feed those shoulder muscles some oxygen. Okay. Next time you reach that left hand over your head, it's reaching away from your left foot. Let's just hold it here and enjoy this shape, okay? So the left hand is reaching away from the left foot. And the more you reach away, the more of a stretch you get across the left side. So you are in control. But please, for me, keep your neck really long. Keep your belly muscles moving inward towards your spine. Like your tailbone always wants to point at your left foot. So stay here. Permission to stay right here, okay? I'm gonna give you a little challenge if you wanted to add some spice here. Maybe we lift the right knee up off the ground, okay? 3 breaths here, finding that challenge. 2 breaths. Okay, last one. See if you could really carefully set the knee down. Let's spin it down to hands and knees again. Left hand down, left knee down, okay? I'd say 1 more wrist stretch would be great here because that right wrist just took a lot of weight. So flip the palm up, top of the hand down, roll around on those wrists. Okay, wrist appreciation time. Okay. And let's do the other side, palm down, peeling those hands up and carefully putting them back down. Okay, palms back to normal. Tuck your toes, lift your hips and your knees. Go ahead and walk to your hands. Again, fold. Generous bend in the knees. Let's take the hands behind this time. See if you want to join your hands and move them away from you. Again, we want such a big bend in the knees that the heart is very close to the knees, okay? A lot of times I see people up here and that makes me really nervous, okay? It's not super great for that spine. So here's what we want to hang. Okay, as you are ready, release your shoulder stretch, release your hands from each other, square off those feet underneath you, and we're going to inhale to roll it up. Come on up on your inhale. Lift that heart up high and roll it down on your exhale. 2 more just like that. Inhale to roll it up. And exhale to roll it down. Last one up. And last one down. Okay, from here, once those palms come down to the floor, let's walk the feet back to a downward facing dog. So the feet are about a leg length away from your hands, okay? So your body with the floor, you want to imagine making sort of an equilateral triangle. The tailbone points up in the sky. The heart wants to move back between the knees, and you're pushing the floor away from you with your hands and feet equally. You can always feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, okay? Always fine. Let's start to play. We'll build a little flow from here. Let's see how it goes. With your inhale here, let's get the right leg up in the sky. We want to lift the heel. We want to keep the toes pointing down for now with an internal rotation in the hip. With your exhale, let's send that right knee forward. Step it outside your right hand. Okay. You could come up on your fingertips here to give yourself a lot of extra space to lift your spine. And we're just going to extend and bend the right leg a little bit, okay? If this is too much, you can always drop the back knee, okay? And do the same extension and bending with the right knee. Okay, back knee up or back knee down. Yogi's choice. So we're starting to get into the back of the right leg here. We're feeling a little hamstring stretch when we pull back, as well as a calf stretch. Just kind of feeling things out for now, okay? Okay, as you are ready, come down into a lunge up on your fingertips here with your right knee over your right ankle. Okay, keeping in mind that same modification, you can drop the back knee at any time. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit here. Lift your belly muscles strong up and in towards your low back. So your low back is safe. Go ahead and reach forward with your right hand, like you're reaching for something. Okay. Keep those legs really strong. Start pushing down into the floor with both legs. Maybe challenge yourself to reach forward with the other hand, the left hand. Hold and breathe. Getting those legs a little bit warm. Okay, options. Permission to stay right here if you like the challenge. If you need a little less, do one hand down, or you can use the right knee for a little prop. Okay, your choice. One more breath here, pushing the floor away from you. And see if you could let it go. Softly dropping those hands underneath your shoulders. Let's come out the way we came in. Okay, with your inhale, swing the right leg in the sky. 3-leg dog. Exhale here, drop that right foot. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's do the other side, everything the same. Inhaling here, get the left leg up in the sky. Heel up, toes pointing down. With your exhale, send that left foot forward, drop it outside your left hand. Again, the back knee, this would be the right knee in this case, can be down or up. Your choice. Up on your fingertips, your upper body has more space to maneuver, and you can extend and bend the left knee here. Only extend as much as feels good, okay? Just a little gentle opening for the hip and the legs.
Okay, once you feel like your lower body has settled into this a little bit, drop down into your lunge and just be there. So in our lunges, we always want to be very aware that we're pushing the floor away from us all the time. So permission to stay down on the floor with support, okay? Challenge level, okay? Leveling a little challenge level up with reaching forward with the left hand, okay? Extra spicy challenge level, reaching forward with the right hand. You can always come down, but we're gonna breathe right here. Push that floor away. You're gonna feel your left hip really waking up here. So let it wake up. 3, 2, bring those hands down softly on 1. Drop them under your shoulders. Let's come out with the left leg up in the sky. 3-leg dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Okay, take a moment here in your downward facing dog, just walking it out. Feeling the backs of the legs a little more open than they were before. Okay, we're going to build on that little flow. Let's see what happens. So back to the right leg. Inhaling here, let's get that right leg up in the sky. Exhaling here, send that right foot forward. Drop it outside your right hand. Okay, up on your fingertips here. Let's go for it. Inhale here, reach all the hands forward. Okay, holding and breathing here. We're gonna start to play with this shape. What would happen if we dropped the left heel to the ground? Okay, that's the back heel. Okay, kind of a warrior 1 shape with the legs. Okay, from here, what if we drop the right elbow to the right knee? And then we can spin to the left and reach that left arm up to the sky. Okay, here we are in an extended side angle. So hold and breathe here with me. So here, instead of facing the floor like we were before, we're facing out to the left. The hips are facing left, the shoulders are facing left. It's a bit of a challenge for the right leg. So if you need to kind of back out of that right leg challenge, you're going to extend your right knee a little bit. Remember, like we did before, if you like the challenge, I want you to really drop into that right knee. Ideally, you want your hip level with your knee. Hold and breathe in this challenge with me. Maybe close your eyes. Remember to push the floor away from you all the time. Okay, letting that right leg breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Let's see if we could spin those hands back to the floor here, nice and slow and soft, and pop up the back heel. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Again, right leg in the sky, big breath in. Exhale here, downward facing dog, all feet down. Welcome back. Let's do the other side. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Exhaling, left foot steps forward to a lunge. Okay, back knee up or down for here. Inhaling here, all hands reach forward. Okay, holding and breathing. Let's transition into that extended side angle. We're going to drop the right heel, that's the back heel. We're going to drop the left elbow to the left knee. And now instead of facing down toward the floor, we're going to turn to face to the right, reaching that right hand up. Okay, hold and breathe in your extended side angle. I'll spin around to face you again. Okay, enjoy this lovely posture, big feelings in your left hip and your left leg. So if you need to back out, you can extend the knee as much as you need to, but I'd say back in as soon as you could, okay? Remember to push the ground with both legs to get your maximum benefits here. Nice, big breath. Okay, really big, lovely opening for the inside of the left leg as well. And you're thinking about ideally dropping the left hip level with the knee. One more breath here, yogis. And then let it go. Drop those hands back under your shoulders on the floor. Pop up that back heel, that's the right heel. And inhaling here, left leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale here, downward facing dog, bring it back. Okay, walk it out in your down dog, shake it off. Okay, for some folks, when we're back in this down dog, it's a great time for a child's pose break. So it's always fine if you just pop down into your child's pose and take a break there. Always permitted. Okay, take those breaks when you need them. Just jump in when you're ready. How about one more breath wherever you are in your downward facing dog or your child's pose? And then as you're ready, we will meet in a down dog, or take your time, jump in when you're ready. Okay, back to our flow that we're building. Let's see how it goes. Inhaling here, right leg up in the sky. Exhaling here, right foot forward, drop it outside the right hand. Inhaling, hands reaching forward. Exhaling, extend the side angle, drop the back heel, drop the front elbow, reach that left hand up. Okay, here's what we're adding here. Come on up to a warrior 2 as you inhale, like your left arm is pulling you back, and then keep going. Drop the left hand to the left leg somewhere and reach the right hand up. Hold and breathe in your exalted warrior shape, okay? Front knee is still nice and bendy. We can extend it more if we want to, but we'd like it to be a nice 90-degree bend if we could. You can look down or up or anywhere in between. One more big breath in your exalted warrior. And exhale, spin all the hands down underneath your shoulders. Pop up that back heel. Inhale here, 3-leg dog, right leg in the sky. Exhale here, downward facing dog. Okay, straight to the other side. Here we go. Inhaling here, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward to the lunge. Nice. Inhale here, all the hands reaching forward. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee, drop the back foot, right hand reaches up. Okay. Now the right hand is going to pull you up and in. Inhale here, up through warrior 2. Keep the right hand sliding all the way back to exalted warrior. Hold and breathe here with me. Okay, if you need to back out, extend the front knee, but I want you to keep it as low as you can. Holding, reaching open in that left side. Looking wherever feels natural. Nice challenge here. One more big breath. Exalted warrior. Okay, let it go. All the hands down under your shoulders. Pop up the back heel. Inhaling here, 3-leg dog. Exhale here, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here between sets, okay? Again, child's pose would be a great break here. If you're more, if your vibe today of your practice is more gentle and grounding. If your vibe today is more warming and active, you can hang out here in this downward facing dog, pushing the floor away, tailbone pointed up, heart moving back. Trying to slow that heart rate down a little bit. Trying to pull those elbows inward toward each other very slightly. One more breath wherever you are. Noticing how you feel more than halfway through your practice today. Okay, let's go back in and add one more thing, I promise. This will be our last thing that we add to our nice, slow, warming flow. Big strength in the legs today. From your downward facing dog, with your inhale, right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, right foot forward, drop it outside your right hand. Inhale, stay low, all the hands reaching forward. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right knee, left heel down, left arm up. Inhale, pull yourself back to exalted warrior. Okay, here's our final challenge here. Exhale here, up through warrior two. I'm gonna have you reaching the right hand out to the right. Reach the left hand over your head out to the right as well. Breathe. It is challenging. So if you need to drop your right elbow, you will. If you like the spice, reach and breathe into it, holding. Push the floor away from you, 3 breaths. Big work in the right hip. We don't mind a little bit of work. 2 breaths, facing completely out to the left here. Last breath, pointing your tailbone at your left foot. And let it go. Drop the hands underneath your shoulders. Pop up that back heel. Inhaling here, 3 leg dog. Exhaling here, downward facing dog. Okay, we finished with that side. Let's go ahead and finish out the other side. Everything the same, but opposite. Inhaling here, left leg in the sky, 3 leg dog. Exhaling, left foot forward to your lunge. Stay low. Inhaling, reach forward with all the hands. Exhaling, extended side angle. Right heel down, left elbow down, right hand up. Okay, ready to pull yourself up to Exalted Warrior. Inhaling here, left hand up, right hand down. Stay facing to the right. Still facing to the right. Exhale through warrior two. Left hand reaches forward. Right hand reaches as well. Holding and breathing. Big challenge for the leg. Left elbow down is okay. Okay, you decide. Still facing to the right. Push the floor down with your legs. Let that left hip melt and get warm. 3, 2, drop those hands on 1. Hands down, pop up the back heel. We did it. Inhale through a 3 leg dog. Exhale here, downward facing dog. Nice work, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, let's change it up here. Let's leave that flow behind. I think we did some good work today. Now we get to enjoy some more stretchies, okay? With your inhale, move that heart forward to your plank. Okay, plank pose can have knees up or knees down. You decide. With your exhale, walk to your hands. Take a big fold here. The legs are warm. Maybe you bend your knees and grab your elbows behind. Okay, 1 elbow in each hand. And take a moment just to hug yourself. Okay, thank you, legs, for bringing us through this challenging, spicy practice today. Make sure the head is hanging on a soft neck. Okay, as you are ready, we're coming down to the floor. So bring those hands down to the floor. Bend your knees until you can sit. You can shake the legs out in front of you. Okay, we did amazing work in the legs, and now we get to really reap the full benefits of our practice and all the warming we did with some really great stretches for the outer hip. Okay, so here we go. Some of my favorite stretches coming up. Let's take the right knee and bend it. And take the right ankle. We're going to flex that right ankle. Okay, a dorsiflexion with the toes pointing back at the shin. And we'll stack that ankle on top of the left thigh, just above the knee, okay? It's kind of uncomfortable if you would press down directly on the left knee. So I would say take the right ankle just above the left knee. Okay, so here we have a half stacked logs, okay? If it's okay, you can lean back on your hands and take the bottom leg into the exact same bend as the top leg. We want that ankle flex, that dorsiflexion, and we can stack the 2 legs, okay, one on top of the other. We want to be kind of precise with this. And we can lean back to make it more gentle, more decompressed, okay? We can lean forward and sit up if we wanted to compress the shape a little bit more. So keep in mind, there's a spectrum there. The bottom leg can be extended for most gentle, okay? Leaning back, legs stacked for medium spice, okay? Full spice, leaning forward, maybe even sitting up, maybe even leaning forward, okay? So find where you'd like to be. It's all good. It's all good stuff. So we're getting a really lovely stretch around the right hip here. Okay. If you have the two legs stacked, you're also stretching into the left hip. So just breathe here. Okay. This is one of those postures where we just get to be and reap the benefits. So maybe close your eyes. Okay, do your best to have your longest spine. We've worked hard on this spine today, so get it nice and long. And you'll find the more time you spend here, the more it will soften up, the more your body will settle into it. And the best way that I've ever found to allow your body to settle into a posture, to tell your body, okay, it's safe to be here, is you're going to activate it a little bit by pushing both of the legs, all two of them, okay, gently down into the ground. It can be very gentle. The slightest suggestion of resistance can be super effective. So do yourself a favor, resist the floor a little bit with both legs. Even if you have the bottom leg extended, you can still resist the floor and get some great benefits from this posture. Okay, if all is going well, okay, we're taking a few more breaths. I really want you to settle in. Maybe close your eyes. You can even walk your hands forward of your legs, okay? And you're going to use your fingers on the floor to actively push your hips down, okay? So keep those hips really heavy. And you can fold as much as you like. Should feel really good in the legs after that work we did. Keep the legs active, push down, pull the knees inward toward each other really slightly. Okay, hopefully you find that with every moment that passes, your body can let go a little bit more and just enjoy some release around the hips. Okay, now let's walk out of this a little bit more. Okay, now we're not going to leave quite yet. We're just going to take it to a little bit of a different place. So whether you have the bottom leg extended or not, this is going to work no matter where you are. So bottom leg extended, you're just going to grab your right foot and move it further to the left, and you can let go of your flexed ankles here. You can let the ankles just be a little bit more relaxed. So you're going to take your knees very close to each other and your thighs very close. So the thighs and the knees were apart. Now we're going to bring them together. If you have the bottom leg bent, same idea. You're going to still bring the knees and the thighs close. You're going to take your feet, okay? So either the right foot, if you have the bottom leg extended, you pull the right foot towards your hips. If you have both legs bent, you pull both feet back towards you. So now here we are in a Go Mukasana, a cow face pose. So same as always, resist the floor just a little bit, sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna add some big, really lovely back twisty stretches to this lovely hip and leg stretch. So permission to stay here if you have quite enough. But if everything's going well, reach your left hand out to the left. And again, use those left fingertips pushing down to push the right hip down to the floor. Okay, we'll get the right arm up and stretch it over. Big stretch. Holding and breathing here. So remember, it's very tempting to squinch your shoulders up by your ears, but I want you to do your best to keep your most exaggerated neck on all sides very long, okay? And look wherever feels natural. Okay, now we're gonna make this stretch go from the side of your body into the back of your ribs. Drop your right fingers next to your left fingers. Big stretch into your back. Breathe into it. All across the right shoulder and rib cage. Okay, so if you have the bottom leg extended, you're still here. We're all in the same place, okay? So don't feel like one is more right than the other. It's just whatever feels better for your body. So we're gonna pretend that there's a circle around us. We're gonna walk the hands that we have on the floor around the circle until they're out in front of you. We're gonna take a few breaths here. Again, pushing the floor away so that your hips move down. Feel free to hang your head, close your eyes, keep your neck nice and long, okay? Keep going on the circle all the way around to the right. Okay, walk them out. You can go as far back with those hands as you like. So we've moved our stretch into the left side of the back and shoulder here. Breathing. Okay, finally for symmetry, let's get the left hand up, reaching overhead, taking our stretch into the left side of your back. And ribs, and armpit, and neck. Look wherever you like. Okay, as you're ready, let's get that left hand back on the floor to the left. It's time for us to back out and go straight into the other side. So if you lean back on your hands, okay, kick out your noodly legs. They're gonna be a little noodly, and then shake them out a little bit, some windshield wipers. And we'll do the other side. So same idea here. You can keep the one leg extended, or you can bend both knees. It's just a matter of comfort and preference. Okay, so sitting up, your right leg can be the long leg to start. You're gonna take the left ankle into a dorsiflexion, toes trying to reach back for the shin, bend that knee, and stack the ankle on your right thigh above your knee. Don't push down on your knee, okay? That might hurt. Permission to stay here. This is fantastic. You're just gonna focus on sitting up tall, pushing those legs into the ground, and feeling really good in your left hip. Okay, permission to take it a little further, leaning back, you bend your right knee and do your best to stack the legs, left on top of right, perfectly mirroring each other in every way. Okay, a little bit deeper stretch, you sit up tall. Okay, maybe you even roll your heart forward. Flexed ankles are very important here. Resisting the earth, also very important. We're just gonna breathe. You can close your eyes. Maybe use this as a kind of an active meditation moment where you're just tuning in to your body's sensations, but also tuning into external sensations, little sounds in your house, okay, or wherever you are. The feeling of the mat or the floor on your fingertips. Notice all that. Let that be a part of this moment. Okay, stacked logs pose is such a great balancer and opener for the hips, the legs, the low back. One more breath here. It's so hard to leave. as you're ready, walk your hands back up. You can lean back on them here. It's really nice just to kind of lean back and decompress. So whether you have the bottom leg extended or not, bring your knees very close, okay? Thighs very close, and scoot your feet in close by you. Okay, unless you have the bottom leg extended, then that foot is just out there, okay? We wanna make sure that left hip is down, so don't let it come up, put it down. And we can just be here. You're just gonna start to press your legs gently into the floor. You're sitting up as tall as you can. Okay, permission to stay right here because this could be a lot, okay, depending on the day and what's going on in your body and your life. If you want to add that little twisty movement we tried on the other side, walk the right fingers out to the right, get the left arm up and over, and start to stretch. Breathing here, look wherever your nose wants to point. Okay, into that left side, we have a lovely stretch here. As you're ready, drop the left fingers next to the right. Keep those hips down as much as you could and breathe into that back. Okay, remember that circle? We're gonna walk our hands on this circle out in front. Take a few breaths up here. Again, making sure those hips are down. Taking our hands over to the left here, walk them over to the left. Walk them as far back as you like. Get that big stretchy twist. Okay, finally for symmetry, ground into the left fingers, get the right fingers up and reaching overhead. Finishing off our little half circle that we drew all around ourselves. Okay, as you're ready, bring yourself back up to center, right hand back on the floor. You can lean back here, kick out your legs, shake them off, shake them out. Ooh. Okay, and then just find a nice little comfy seat here, just a little cross-legged seat, anything that suits you. You can rest your hands on your knees, close your eyes. We'll just take a little mindful moment to seal off the practice. Okay, notice how you're feeling as you let your breath return to just a normal, natural pace. Notice the sensations that your practice kind of stirred up in your body. Notice how it feels to be grounded in this moment. Of course, rest like this for as long as you can. The longer, the better. But this is where I'll leave you today. Thanks so much.